Tia Marie Hughes Thompson, and I will be saying a few words about Governor Wilder. On January 17, 1931, Governor Wilder was born. But no one knew that on that day a legend was born. His life is an example of perseverance, heroism, and to always follow your dreams. He is the grandson of a former slave and was born during the Great Depression. He used education to make a better life for himself. He graduated with a bachelor's degree in chemistry from Virginia Union University. Shortly after graduating, he was drafted in the United States Army and fought in the Korean War. He was awarded the Bronze Star for his heroism in getting 19 Chinese soldiers to surrender to him and 2 other soldiers. When he returned to the United States, he decided to pursue a career as a lawyer. However, because he is an African American, he was not allowed to enroll in law school in Virginia because the state had made it so African Americans cannot go to law school. He persevered and graduated from Howard University in Washington, D.C. in 1959 and started one of Richmond's few minority-owned law firms. Governor Wilder went on a series of firsts. He is the first African American to be in the Virginia State Senate since the Civil War. He was elected as the state's first African American lieutenant governor, to be followed by becoming the first African American governor in the entire country. He had done such a great job as a politician that he was voted as the mayor of Richmond 10 years after he had already retired from politics. He has taught us to not give up when we are told that we cannot do something because of the color of our skin or our gender, that we can persevere and do even better than what we set out to do. He is a true Virginia legend in the way he lived his life and for the example that his life has provided for all other Virginians. Congratulations, Governor Wilder, on being inducted into the Virginia Legends Walk. You're an inspiration to us all.
Introducing our Legends Walk inductee for 2016, Governor Wilder.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Tia, you were fantastic. You remind me a little bit of me. I had that same degree of what I would call upward mobility. And when I see in your face the confidence, the smile, the fact that you were able to deal with the introduction without reading it, but referencing it, said so much for where we are today in our country. I am privileged and thank all of you for the opportunity to be inducted in this historic, legendary legend walk. It means a lot, but more importantly, it says where we are as a nation, where we are as a state. And one of the things that has been pointed out, as you did so well, this is where America started, in Virginia. I have difficulties sometimes with my friends in Massachusetts, telling them about that. I said to the former governor of Massachusetts, Deval Patrick, being number 1 isn't any good unless there's a number 2, and he became the second African-American governor. But I also said to him that it's important that we let the youngsters know that they can achieve and be whatever it is they want to be. So I'm looking at future governors, future senators, future CEOs of companies in this group from this great school that my good friend Walter Sickles had a lot to do with, and Walter Sickles had a lot to do with. And I can say to those of you here that I feel so proud to be a Virginian. I recently wrote a book, and the name of the book is Son of Virginia. People ask me, so why'd you choose that title for it? I said, because I am. I'm all that is good, bad, and ugly about Virginia, composited into one frame, one person to say, yes, those were things that could not happen, as you pointed out, Tia, but I learned so much in the military. I learned that there is discipline, there is respect, there is order. And that's what we are as a nation. Unfortunately, on so many occasions, we feel people tugging left and right as to who's right and who's wrong. There's no right and wrong in life, to the extent that you have got to be always right and the other person has got to be always wrong. Life is compromise. Compromise is not giving up on principle, but seeing and listening to the other view, hearing some person's attitude about things or watching their attitude about things. So I would say to you, the challenge that we face today around the nation and around the world is that we must remember that our imperfections can be made perfect. We can make right the wrongs. We can give light to darkness. We can give the upward mobility to young people to believe that they can achieve anything they want to if they commit to it. Education is the key to your success. I don't know that dumb people run anything, not even the jails. Consequently, stick to it. Don't let anyone tell you you can't cut it. Don't let even people in your family sometimes say, well, I don't see why you're doing this, that, and the other. I went to a school in Richmond not too long ago, in the Richmond area, in Henrico. And it's the Wilder Middle School, as a matter of fact. And a youngster was in the school, and he was, when I walked into the room, I had spoken to all of the classes at the congregations. When I walked into his class, I didn't know who he was, and he was sitting up there, and he told the class, I'm the best you got in this room. And I looked at the teacher said, he's right. He makes the best grades and everything in this room. And I said, and he said, and guess what else? I said, what? He says, when he tells people that he is you. I said, wow. I said, how complimentary. So when I talked with him, I said, look, you're making far better grades than I think I would have made. He said, but I'm going to keep on and I'm going to be the next president. I'm going to be a president of the United States. That's the kind of attitude that you should have. That's the kind of efforts that should be brought about. When you consider the high honor afforded me this morning of the numbers of persons involved in the selections made, one of the reasons I was impressed to the extent of wanting to be here is because, as you pointed out, it's not just some people saying, well, he's a nice guy, and let's do this for him. The time and the effort to make certain that the Legend Walk is indeed one of legends, to the extent of providing opportunity for youngsters to follow, and for older people to look to and recognize the need to continue to provide the opportunities. Yes, some of us are lucky to come through what I call a membrane. Many never get through. Even some family members who were far better equipped did not make it. I happen to be the second youngest in my family. Smartest in my family was my older sister, who was a school teacher and who provided so many opportunities for me to learn, not just in school, but also at home. And so with you, I would say to you, continue to demand whatever it is that you consider to be right, and criticize whatever it is you continue to think is wrong. I remember a youngster once saying, I will persist until I succeed because I was not delivered into this world in defeat. Nor does defeatism run through the blood of my ancestors. I am not some sheep waiting to be prodded by some shepherd someplace. I'm a lion. I don't want to know the sheep. Sleep with the sheep. Because the slaughterhouse of failure is not my destiny, and I will persist until I succeed. You will persist until you succeed, and you've got people who are there to help you, to provide opportunity, to provide inspiration, and to give you what you don't have, and that is the tools to sharpen your mind, your instincts, and to be the best that you can be. God bless you, and thank all of you for this high honor that you've bestowed upon me. Thank you.